Hi, welcome to the Psychic Files, my teeny tiny place on YouTube where I can confidently share with you the behind the scenes secrets, myths, and taboos of my everyday work as a psychic and a energetics coach. Um, Today we're going to talk about, based on the YouTube algorithm that tells me that this is what you want to hear, we're going to talk about erotic energy and how to utilize erotic energy in a way that doesn't drain you because oh my god, you all know the feeling of having a crush on someone and desiring someone so bad that you just cannot get any work done, while at the same time you have so much undirected energy that you cannot sleep or rest. Or yeah, that's a very common scenario where we need to bring energetics into the picture. So, especially as women, we tend to kind of be built for monogamy in some ways. You could say it's because of society or it's because of biology. Doesn't really matter. Fact is that we tend to completely focus our senses and our sensitivity to almost assisting the man that we like if we're heterosexual. And those are the energetics I mostly work with. That you just feel like that man is almost receiving your energy because you get more and more tired and he gets more and more successful and stops focusing his energy on you as well. So, those are things I want to go into much deeper in energetics workshops and ebooks and stuff that I'm really trying to create as soon as possible to share with you here. But for now, I think it's just really helpful to maybe focus on the part of erotic energy in our energetic game as women and how to play with that specifically in a way that doesn't drain you. Let me tell you, I'm Scorpio, so there is a lot of energy and desire here. Let me also confess that I am celibate right now, which doesn't mean that the erotic energy is any less or easier to contain. But since I'm working as a psychic and an energetics coach and a shaman, I think it's the most responsible thing for me to do to not engage with anyone sexually unless I am 100% sure of the spiritual safety of the container we are kind of stepping into together, regardless of the form of the relationship. Um, that's the energetic important thing to me. So, yes, that makes not getting drained by erotic energy much easier in some ways because I don't tend to just suddenly get involved with a man and then finding myself in a super intense situation without knowing where I ended up. So, that being said, of course, I have experience with all scenarios, also myself personally. And I think that the most important thing to not get drained, regardless of whether you are celibate or not, is to be very conscious of what the erotic energy is kind of doing in your body, giving you as information of what your true signature frequency is. And with that comes what the essence is, what the essence quality is of your true desired aligned manifestations in love. What does that mean? Erotic energy is so raw, it has a way to bring you into yourself and into your bodily experience and into suppressed parts of your psyche, um, surpassing most forms of resistance, where normally your mind would step in between because your body's desires are just so intense and overcoming it. It's also kind of the most easy way maybe to learn how to work with energetics and telepathy and stuff like that because the charge, the erotic charge, like electricity, sorry, the energetic charge, like electricity behind erotic energy is so strong. So if you can utilize that energy, really be conscious of what it's doing in your body, guide it towards the things that you actually want, using the information that it gives you, that's when you got a good grip on it. Yeah, I'll definitely write and work on this later, but for this short video, just a few guiding points. Maybe go where the fear is, if you want to look where the triggers are, where the information is, what you truly desire, under your under the suppression of your subconscious beliefs, limiting beliefs. And remember that the benefit of this work is to kind of unguard yourself from receiving the manifestations you are aligning with, and building energetic momentum instead of repeating a pattern where you start to get more and more fearful of opening yourself and authentically showing up in an energetic connection, because you experience setbacks in those situations so often, which drain you. All higher feminine work is always about setting very clear boundaries, having a very clear felt present moment standard for what the necessary quality is, and yes, then releasing and being open to receive and everything. But it's very important to have a strong, sharp container, and that's also a very important element when you start thinking about, feeling about, when you start working with these energetics. And have fun. Oh, if you wanna get more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And it would also really help me to grow this channel, especially in the beginning. Like one like or a comment from you does wonders for showing this content to other people who might like it. So thank you for that. And if you want to work with me or even have a free little intake session, just go to www.truthfairiesinc.com and see you soon.